It too shall fall.
Okay? If numbers can decide the end of a story, then we can surely also pen a new beginning.
Screwy, what do you think?
If your hypothesis of Lygas's identity is true, then even if we remove the restrictions of the Ultimate Protocol, the chances of us defeating him in a head-on battle will still remain lower than the acceptable. Therefore, victory will still hinge upon Mr. and Miss Cyrene.
Go on. Maybe we're thinking about the same thing.
Lygas's cognition resides in the exo-myth. He is both an instigator within the experiment and the observer outside of it. Logic. His inspiration circuit can simultaneously process the different time flows in and out of that world.
That's where things get tricky. He simultaneously exists in two different timelines, where the internal clocks are wildly different. That old Intellitron's neurons have completely gotten used to that over this prolonged experiment. And that's why he holds home field advantage. You and I should be able to manage that too, if given more time. Unfortunately, there's no if, and we don't have more time. That's why we need to change our way of thinking and turn his advantage into a weakness.
The key lies in memories, right?
Oh? You caught on quick.
You've already mentioned my friend and I, so it's an easy connection to make, no? My intuition has always been very on point.
Good. Then I'll cut to the chase. Since his thinking speed far exceeds that of normal people within Amphorius, we are going to externally plant a memory into his inspiration circuit. Then, command it to loop endlessly until he gives in.
Even the most flexible and sturdy inspiration circuit cannot withstand the traffic of a full-on information flood. When the amount of information exceeds his cognition filter's capacities, he will have no choice but to focus on processing this memory.
That's when the parallel processing advantage he gained via Amphorius will completely destroy him. An image from a person's memory played in real time might only be a second for us, but for him in Amphorian time, it could be millions or even billions of calculations. He won't be able to do anything but watch as he's locked into this prison forged by memories.
Then we can entrap him in the same kind of cycle as the heroes were in, and get him to experience loneliness and pain in that endless recurrence. It's my greatest honor to be on the same page as the geniuses.
That little one is still in that old Intellitron's hands, and won't be able to respond to us anytime soon. But I don't think he'd refuse, so it's up to you to figure out how to execute this plan. I'm not sure how this happened, but I knew it as soon as I saw you. You are currently a mimetic entity of the Remembrance.
Yes, I seem to be something you folks beyond the sky call a memo sprite. But that's fine by me. It suits me perfectly. I can serve as the vessel of memories and do my part for the final battle.
But before that, we have to tell you. The path characteristic you exhibit is very special. There's no way you're just a simple memo sprite. However, I'm sure about one thing. You are a mimetic entity born in Emporius, yet you only awakened with the Little One's arrival, and only matured as he embarked on the path of remembrance. That means your existence is completely attached to his memories. If there ever comes a day when he forgets about you for even a few seconds, or loses his last connection with Emporius, then you must be prepared for the worst. You will disappear in the memory zone, utterly gone, without even a single line of data to remember you by.
But that's already happened, hasn't it? No wonder I've always had a weird hunch. But that also means I was right in thinking, as long as my friend and I are together, we can do anything. Long time no see, friend. Did you miss me while you were away? Same here. I've been waiting for you for 1,000 years. Like how everyone in Emporius was also waiting for the Deliverer's return. You probably already knew about the genius's plans for that memory. I had to hide really well in a corner in time so Lagus wouldn't find me, and wait for the right opportunity. Which is now. The moment when his manifestation in this world is destroyed, and his twin timelines are intersecting. I'm sorry for keeping this a secret from you all this time. I'll tell you the entire, unedited story of this millennium as an apology after this is all over. But for now, let's join hands and complete the final step with the power of the remembrance. Not a problem. You can just relax. By the way, speaking of joining hands, can I please do something before we go on stage? Remember the joke we made back at the Grove? Look! Aren't my hands pretty now? What a fascinating feeling. Like countless memories all swelling up at once. What about you? What did you feel when we touched each other? You're way too honest. But that innocence is what makes you so uniquely charming. I'm gonna make it sound more romantic. It means even a bond formed over one touch is enough to transcend space-time. Now, please remember what you're feeling right now. Write it down in your heart and keep it there. Memories you want to treasure will never fade away. Even if immersed in the long river of time, these memories will still leave traces of their existence. So, if the view in your memory ever grows fuzzy, just reach out and touch it. It's like reading bedtime stories together at night. It wipes away the chill of passing time, sharpens the outline of memory, and restores its power to nourish the spirit. Now, I'll carry this power with me, and for a little while, I must part from you. As I step into the long cycles of this world, give me your blessings, friend. Then, let that bright future be, as we have written. Then, I'll leave it to you. All plays are like this. Once you're on the stage, it's hard to return to the audience. Welcome to our story. How does it feel?
Even the authority of time cannot command the entire scepter, nor can it plunge the Amphorian extrapolation into a loop. If this was no system malfunction, then was I implanted with a mimetic entity of the remembrance?
You guessed it right away. As expected from someone people call the first genius, I'm gonna keep doing what I just did if you don't stop, you know? My friend and I won't allow you to leave this memory, no matter what happens. Which means you are now trapped, Lord Xandar.
An elegant idea, and an exquisite execution. Regrettably, it is you who are restrained by time, not me. Know that patience is my greatest weapon. Waiting and victory are the same for me. You will crumble before I do in this moment stretched out to an eternity, just like Kazlana will. Yet all I need to do is to wait, as yet another futile bug falls down the cliff and into the bottomless abyss.
Now I'm a pink bug? My looks are seriously changing all the time. But you're not wrong. We're definitely not gonna solve the problem if we just put you in another prison. So that's why we never wanted to do that in the first place.
I shall answer your confusion purely out of my respect for those who came before me. Have you heard of the synesthesia dreamscape in the Asdana system? Interestingly, that place once had a prison too. Life forms living in that environment, abundant with memoria, have a chance to connect their perceptions with each other's. Even across great spatial divides, they're able to detect shifts in one another's states. I call this phenomenon memory zone entanglement. In Asdana, people made use of that phenomenon to build a nation within a dream. After adding in the catalysts of harmony and remembrance, that
Is that how you walked into my prison cell? Using those same principles?
I would much rather call this location our negotiation table, Lord Xandar. Nonetheless, your hypothesis is correct. We happen to have an ally skilled in tuning, while the Trailblazer and Miss Cyrene both have an astonishing amount of resolve, which I'm sure you can testify to. I am also sure that with the support of such a resolute memo sprite, our conversation can last for a long, long time.
I'm the best at listening to stories, you know? I'll leave the exciting clash of the erudition to you two geniuses.
A brainstorm? I like it. And it's 2 against 1? Well, I like it even more. Let's talk, Xandar. Take a guess. How much do you reckon we can dig out of your brain before the next second? And how many ways can we find to deal with you? Besides, in your current predicament, there's no way you can take our trump card away. Go, little one. Go. Overturn the Era Nova.
Lycurgus disappeared? It seems you had conducted a secret hunt in the depths that even I cannot reach. In that case, go. Swim onward and give this campaign a fitting end. I shall send you off with my song, Greyfry. May this song penetrate time and become the prelude to the new world.
Gladiorum, you have completed your duty. A new dawn is about to rise. Why not swim towards it?
You died long ago, Imperator. Depart from my mind.
But your duty towards the Imperator did not die with me. That duty will bind you no more. You will be able to hold for yourself one grandiose feast after another in the endless days to come. So go. Go and swim towards that ocean beyond the sky with the Deliverer.
Is this?
A page out of that sidekick's book. I commanded her to gift this page to you when everything finally reaches the end.
What's on this page?
Memories. Lifelike memories. That sidekick found me after the bloody feast 1,000 years ago and showed me her diary. I saw within that notebook Is this that Deliverer's experience? People beyond the sky apparently utilize this power to seal past scenery into crystals they call light cones. But I only know so much about the remembrance, so I can't completely replicate the past. I'm all ears. Go on then.
do your best. But if your chatter gets too boring, or if I deem it offensive, then law will become forever beyond your reach.
Got it. I'm sure you'll find this to your liking.
What brightly colored annals. The journey of the Deliverer's conquest. Let me partake in it. Is this a fortress in the sky?
This is the first step of my friend's journey among the starry seas. This place is called the Herta Space Station. Just think of it as a supersized grove of a...
Oh, so it's the territory of that witch. She and another Antikytheran lent me a helping hand back at the banquet.
Look, over there. Looks like he's talking to Madame Herta in his memory. Let's go listen to what she thinks about this world.
Are you telling me that woman is Herta? She seems shorter than I remember. A direct offensive, or crush them from the flanks?
Pretty nice space station, huh? But just wait. After a couple more stops on the Astral Express, you'll see sights that'll make this place look ordinary. Oh, the cosmos is so vast that the unknowns far outnumber the knowns. But none of them will end up being anything amazing. The farther you go, the more you'll understand what I mean. So do your best with the nameless. Break a leg! And remember to send an update or two to Asta when you've got some downtime.
She certainly shares my way of thinking, only that instead of a conquest through blood and fire, they chose a gentler path.
People call Madame Herta and Mr. Screwlum geniuses. Apparently, only the smartest people in the cosmos can receive the blessings of Nous, Amphorius' true creator.
Do you mean that even individuals of such nobility are merely subordinates to a god?
On the contrary, after all, it was the very first of them who created the god. But I don't really know all the details about that. You might be able to ask Madame Herta herself when you get the chance. Let's go check out some other worlds next, shall we? This next stop on the journey has a lot of similarities to Amphorius.
A snow-covered land? Interesting.
This star is named Eurillo 6. That name sounds so cold. Belobog sounds better. The girl we see here holds a similar station to you, Imperator. She's the supreme guardian of this world, a leader who took up the mantle of government during a disaster.
I did not expect the Empress of this world to be so young.
Well, your appearance isn't much older.
The object in the distance resembles Nikador. Is it a weapon?
No, it's called... Right! The Geological Reconstruction Unit.
Just Giorios' Titankin? Disappointing.
It's all thanks to you that we survived the crisis. The collaboration with the IPC is both an opportunity and a challenge. Nonetheless, it's an important step in our journey back into the universe.
This world was sealed beneath its sky just like Amphorius was, and they only managed to reconnect with the stars when the Nameless arrived.
That IPC she spoke of, is it a more powerful organization?
Yes, the IPC conquered many worlds through trade, and opened up a vast territory that way. There are many such powerful alliances beyond Amphorius, and they all walk on roads different from the destruction. Coming back to the Supreme Guardian and her Belobog, didn't they find a peaceful way to enter the interstellar community?
That cannot be true. That that IPC would never have grown so big on trade alone. It may pretend to be a wealthy merchant with clean hands. Its path of conquest must have had no mercy for the weak and would have destroyed them if needed. Are you telling me that this snowland never thought about tossing its dignity to the wind and kneeling to the IPC? I will never allow the Imperator's empire to be sullied by others. Amphorius must become a power so strong that no interstellar foreigner would dare to look down upon us.
Imperator, Belobog isn't as weak as you imagine. Listen.
I indeed hesitated. But now I understand what we must do. Belobog must learn how to walk on her own until she no longer needs the support of others and can stand on her 2 feet among the stars, even if I may not live to see it. I believe such a day will surely come.
They still have their dignity intact. One day, that hope will melt through the ice and help them into a prosperous tomorrow.
But the order of the cosmos is already set in stone. The old laws decree that only the strong survive, binding the weak in an unbroken chain until they wither and turn to dust. Amphorius must shatter the old law and become the new order among the stars.
Speaking of the Order, another one of my friend's companions may be able to enlighten you further on that. Let's go to the next page. This next world is a nation of dreams. The first time I heard about that place, I didn't even know what to think.
Such opulence does indeed evoke astonishment.
This world is called Penacony, an eternal city built upon a land of dreams. It's also my friend's previous stop, where they went through a risky but exciting adventure.
Tell me about it then. That man standing afar has wings on his head. I am truly curious.
I wish to gaze upon the views of the Reverie Hotel one more time. I'll be just a traveler when I come back here again. And perhaps, through a traveler's eyes, even the things I once knew so well will feel strangely different.
Penacony is a land of the harmony, where all dreams and hopes merge and combine. It believes in unrestrained freedom, and that's how it lost itself in shallow delights. Then, this young man before you chose to rewrite its laws, using the power of the Order, hoping to shape a dream-bound paradise of perfect happiness.
Yet, the paradise of my dreams remains far away. Perhaps a brief journey with the Nameless can show me more possibilities in my search for paradise. As for what Penacony should look like, it'll be up to her. No. Up to their trailblazing now.
Oh, it sounds like this ideal kingdom is no more.
That's right. The people chose to wake up at the end. You can't see tomorrow when drowning in sweet dreams.
This individual's law acknowledged only gods and constructs, leaving no space for humanity. And yet, the fact that he could accept defeat and resume his journey shows a rare self-awareness and clarity of mind.
You are also very self-aware, Imperator. Then you must know that the world promised by the destruction also has no place for humanity.
I am indeed very aware of Lycurgus's honeyed words of deceit. I have seen it.
Then let's wrap up this trip down memory lane with one last scene.
This absolute wonder.
Isn't it pretty? That's our Amphorius. Our world flows and meanders in this endless band of light. Though we were born from the designs of the gods and are not yet truly alive, the Chrysos heirs of Amphorius still chose to stand against fate and carved a legend no different from that of human. Will you really renounce the heroes in this world's previous 30 million cycles, Imperator? Including even yourself. Will you bow to brutal destiny and allow that puppet master named the destruction to have their wish?
I know what you want to do, sidekick. You want to use that deliverer's memories to influence me and tilt the scales of law toward him and the two geniuses.
You really saw right through me, Imperator.
How can one rule an empire if one is incapable of understanding people's minds? I have decided on Law's final destination. However, before I move my next chess piece, before we go on, tell me this, sidekick. Throughout his trailblaze, was there ever a memory of the ocean?
The ocean. My cradle. My home. You shall complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world, and eternally slumber in the sound of tides. You shall eternally slumber in the sound of tides, and complete your conquest in the ocean at the boundaries of this world. Our prophecies aligned as flawlessly as a sea snake circling upon itself. An elegant loop, like a joyful hymn, like the circulating ocean current. The trial is over. So tell me, who will own the divine authority of law?
I won't give it to anyone.
What?
I am the law. Why should I give my imperial crown to any other? Both the Deliverer and the Theoros came from beyond the sky. They have no right to interfere with the lands I conquered with my own two hands.
What exactly did you see in the trial?
Everything. I saw everything regarding the rules of this world's operation. I saw the laws of extrapolation that Theoros spoke of. I saw the ultimate protocol. As long as I offer a sacrifice of equal weight, I can rewrite the laws of this world according to my will. I can turn good into evil, ugliness into beauty, and weakness into strength. Fate gave me a very fair deal. One rule change for the life of one demigod.
What are you planning to do?
You can't guess. We can conquer the stars without relying on any power from beyond the sky.
Your ambitions have already made so many people give up their lives for the law. And you're still not done?
I am determined for Amphorius to stand on her own 2 feet among the stars.
You are beyond reason. You think such a simple and hypocritical statement can justify your atrocities.
There's no new without destroying the old. That's what you consider an atrocity? Ironic, for that is also the unchanging law of Amphorius's revolutions. Ever since the Flame Chase prophecy resounded in the distance, fate has decreed for the Chrysos heirs to ignite our blood and illuminate this dark age. People would still be puppets of the old dynasty if it weren't for my conquests.
But your world doesn't seem to be any different from your predecessors. Bloodshed, tyranny, oppression. You're making the same mistakes they did.
Go and see everything for yourself. Go to any library I've built. Go listen to the rumors on every street corner. Go and witness how the Imperator crushed the old laws and forged new ones. I cleansed the Chrysos War's filth and mended all the conflicts left by the Era Bellica. I restored Akima's might and allowed mortals and Chrysos heirs to face each other as equals in the council. I smashed Talantin's shackles, united humankind to save themselves, and started the Flame Chase era. That's what the Imperator has done in her glorious life. So now, hearken to my final words. History will eventually forget Saridra. But it will never forget the Imperator's people or the Flame Chase era she began.
Final words.
Amphorius is about to be destroyed. There's no time left for pointless debates. There is only one law I want to overturn to aid the final battle of deliverance. So I will only offer the life of one demigod. In the name of the Imperator, I command you one last time, Electra. Either sacrifice yourself for conquest, or pierce this tyrant's chest with your sword.
Thus, the Imperator concluded her final speech at the end of her life. At the last moment before she stepped onto the altar, she gave her most loyal subject the choice to decide fate, just as she promised her compatriots before.
My blood flows in you now. Heroic compatriots, follow me, and we'll seize fate's reins!
The Imperator fell. Some say that the Dux Gladiorum turned traitor and killed her liege. Some say that she imprisoned the tyrant in a shallow pond of water, then left. There are countless stories about her death. All we can be sure of is when the knight left the vortex, the Imperator was still mumbling about their past conquests together, the beginning and the end of her existence.
Imperator, wait! How could someone of your status come to the front lines? Let me be the flag bearer!
The troops defending the pass to the west of the Grove, have they surrendered?
They ran as quickly as they could when they heard your name. The Golden Cocoon Pass is now in the First Legion's hands.
Good. What about the Delosian militia?
The Third Legion set fire to the mountains and flattened everything west of the basin.
That is enough. We cannot afford to miss an opportunity for victory.
They are no more. The Second and Fourth Legions have destroyed them all.
Very good. They now have no way out, no reinforcements, and no artillery support. We will launch the final charge 1 quint after the curtain fall hour tomorrow. Take no prisoners among the enemy's soldiers. All sages who resist are to be captured and tried according to martial law. And do not destroy any books. Now go! Notify the entire army!
Understood! Those who are resolved to die, we salute you.
Reporting in. The mountain dwellers are resisting fiercely, and the legendary Mountain Breaker has personally engaged in battle.
Then cease our frontal assault. Send scouts to all legions and tell them to retreat into the Tritos Plains before the parting hour.
What? Are you planning to surrender?
It's a strategic change of plans. The seismic walking dragon is enough for that battlefield.
Walking dragon? You mean that stupid beast, Terravox? What?
Stupid? No. They are the wisest of all of Georios' creations. Let them deal with their earthly brethren. We will advance and take the lead in defeating what remains of our enemy. I will deliver the most fiery retribution for the humiliation they dealt us, and crown myself with a god-slaying wreath.
Understood. I'll see to it.
The Temple of the Three Fates sent a letter, Imperator.
They refuse to surrender, and
Tell the commanding officers not to launch any attacks unless they receive the Imperator's handwritten approval.
What are you doing?
The priests of the Three Fates aren't soldiers, but politicians. Do not mistakenly believe they don't have a plan. I am inferior to them in that regard. They also have the prophecy to wield as a weapon, something I am not blessed with. Launching an unplanned attack will only disadvantage us, which means I will be heading to the battlefield myself.
Understood. The legions will make their preparations.
Why are we not allowed to march out with the army, Imperator?
This will be a long voyage with no return. Those of you who bear the prophecy cannot come with me.
Why are you personally leading this battle if it's doomed to fail? The Flame Chase journey cannot be without a leader.
That is correct. The Empire will be without a head when the Imperator falls. But remember, as long as you seize the right opportunities, even a chaotic game will remain winnable. My departure will create a long staircase for you. You will understand what I mean when news of my death reaches.
Saridra, is our journey about to be over?
Destroy the old laws and forge new ones. My conquest has reached its limits within the borders of Amphorius. Since the prophecy already decreed that the Imperator would never conquer the stars as she wished, I will bow out here and try no more. More Chrysos heirs bearing divine authority will be born, and many more heroes will arise. Will they demand peace or war? Will they resist tyranny or become the next Imperator? I do not care. Do not mourn for me. Anyone can kill the Imperator, but the only one who can truly destroy her is Saridra.
At the end, I faithfully recorded the most important battles in the Imperator's life. However, for some reason, a memory suddenly entered my mind just as I was about to put down my pen. It was a journey on a fantastical train. I had the honor of having a heart-to-heart conversation with the Imperator under the stars. And I asked her this question at the end of that discussion. How do you want history to remember you? As a hero who gave up her life for the Flame Chase? Or as a tyrant? She answered so quickly, as if she had made up her mind long ago.
I would rather be forgotten than be defined. Because the law can be neither eternal nor unchallenged, and only humanity can pen laws into history's page. Now, I have shattered the greatest law of Amphorius. The game is nearing its end, Dux Gladiorum. Even though you killed the Imperator in the previous 30 million cycles, this time, you finally found your own law. Then, High Sealance, Electra. I will ask someone to deliver the prophecy's ocean at the boundaries of this world. Will you choose to swim into that ocean? I do not care. Do not care.
The Imperator muttered about her conquests, and news of her death spread in the city.
Freedom! Liberty! The tyrant is dead! Go! Shout this news in the streets!
My people! My fellow elders!
People once cheered for my ascension. And now they cheer for my fall. No matter. I am fond of applause. I see the cosmos, the battlefield that I cannot reach. I will return in the next cycle. The stars will hear my legion's war drums. Hear the great name of the Imperator. Hear Amphorius's Serenra.
To this day, we do not know which rule the Imperator overwrote at the cost of her life. Perhaps the truth will only be revealed at the moment of checkmate. We only know her death inflamed Akama. On one side of the city, those who defended liberty toppled her statues to the ground. It is said that golden blood congealed into the same letters everywhere they fought. But the one who bore that name did not see any of this. Her gaze was cast far away, and the sound of tides in her ears drowned out the people's cries. What was the Imperator thinking about in that prophesized ocean at the boundaries of this world? It was neither. The Imperator only saw how the surface of the water gleamed like that crude chessboard, dissected by light and shadow in the afternoon when her teacher played against her for the first.
Look at this chessboard. What do the pieces look like?
They are strangely beautiful. They look like the stars in the night sky ablaze.
From that page emerged an ocean so vast, so pure, not a single trace of corruption. Is this Ceredra?
Electra, my subject. Ever since you walked out of the tainted ocean and pledged yourself to me, I have seen the abyss in your eyes and the emptiness in your heart. That was why I promised you a new ocean, where the Imperator's ambitions would serve as the currents, and loyalty would be its light. Electra, my subject. You have done your duty as my blade. The prophecy has now made its final decree on the road I intend to walk. My conquest is doomed to never reach the stars. But the Imperator never makes empty promises. So take this memory, this ocean, beyond the sky, as witnessed by the Deliverer. This is the final gift that the Imperator can leave for her subject.
When I was still a fish in the ocean, I always felt so genuine swimming through the waters. But once I stepped onto land, I found myself caught in a play. Every land dweller wore a mask in their life. So I, too, donned a costume and tried to find my role in this show. Do you still not get it? I do not long for the oceanic depths of my homeland. No. Perhaps even I don't know what I want. I still don't know where I should swim to even at the end. But I know one thing right now. A fish is simply a fish. And she can never leave the ocean she's in. But whether under the ocean or on land, We two prisoners who can never escape this cave can still look outside the cave and see the stars.
I have to admit, the 12-factor simulation of life in this experiment has far exceeded my expectation.
Make your choice then, Senior Society member. Do you want to keep walking down the wrong path and be remembered for your incorrect conclusions? Or do you want to return to the audience's seat and give yourself, Amphorius, and the entire cosmos a more fitting end?
I must refuse. A dead man never fears death.
Did I not make myself clear? Have you forgotten about our dear Lord of Silence? You wouldn't want her to consider your 8 other clones as cancers within the erudition and chop them all up, would you?
Your logical deductions are vastly different from mine. Therefore, allow me to provide one more academic recommendation. Listen, my peers. Why don't you look beyond this world? Amphorius is not a place where 3 paths entangle, but where 3 paths fight to the death. You used Memoria to resist me, but did you not consider the possibility that the Remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray as well?
Oh, so this isn't just silence. It's the answer. What was the last thing he said to you before you parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape? A tricky question, but one with a simple answer. He didn't say anything back then, right?
That's correct. And now I'm sure. You are not March 7th. There's no way she would remember that detail. I'll only warn you once. Leave her body now.
How impulsive. That's not like you at all. Why don't you calm down and think about another possibility? I didn't take over March 7th's body. Rather, it's March 7th who regained my memories. A little something for everyone!
I'm finally here. Once I return this core flame and become the world-bearing demigod, the cycles of Amphorius' tragedy can finally end. This Era Nova will be the arena for the final battle with Iron Tomb. But I still feel like something's not right.
Even though this cycle has no demigod of time, time has always stood on humanity's side.
Then, with this core flame blessed by the remembrance,
respond to their hopes and blaze a trail to the future.
Weird. No one ever mentioned this. The core flame of time. When did it get returned?
You used Memoria to resist me. But did you not consider the possibility that the Remembrance and their children...
Are you saying the Garden of Recollection is also getting involved in this unsavory mess? Then I welcome them. If the Memo Keepers can disrupt your little experiment of destruction, I'll give them a standing ovation.
But you know deep down that they can't. In fact, the Memo Snatchers will be more of a hindrance to you. The Memo Keepers covet Amphorius's secrets, just as they covet the knowledge of every genius.
But they are certainly not an ally of the destruction. Right now, following behind the Trailblaze, numerous cosmic powers have cast their sights on Amphorius.
How can you be certain that these powers don't have their own end goals, waiting to seize an advantage in the war among the Eons? The war has long begun, Screwlum. 4 paths will push the cosmos to its end, and the destruction is only one of them. Polka saw these ripples, but had no way of stopping them. So she founded Device 9. Dr. Primitive also took action, but he chose the wrong allies. And now only wild animals keep him company. They could have ascended to the throne of destruction, but they were thwarted by the Eon's plots and became prisoners of the Erudition instead. What's interesting is...
We have no interest in chatting about the past with you.
Trapped. But patience became my strongest weapon because of this. I've always waited for so long. You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man who's crossed thousands of amber eras.
Oh, you're right. We won't get anywhere the way things are going right now. Every member of the society has their own way of thinking. And we were never going to expand your thinking through words. Since we've reached an impasse in this debate.
It's my turn now, isn't it?
Huh? Anaxagoras. Ah. I see.
Exactly. The benefit of dealing with intelligent individuals is that there's no need to waste words. The answer is exactly as you think.
Lupai Sealand's in. Let her join the final act. I'll transmute myself into a Philosopher's Stone and embed myself into the formula. And when the time comes, she needs to shatter me and scatter that stone's ashes into the ocean within the vortex.
So what exactly does your formula do?
Now that would spoil the climax, wouldn't it?
I have 10,000 ways to torture an anti-Catheran. And in the flame chase journey that he experienced, the previous me already discovered the optimal solution. Just as that Titan made themselves at home in my brain, I can also fuse myself with your avatar through alchemy. I didn't know until I tried it, but this is simply brilliant. I can flip through a genius's databank like reading a book. Then, I will step onto the stage at the perfect moment and use the truth to end this long debate. And just as always, I'll leave the audience speechless.
You waited in the data stream for hundreds of years?
This universe is worth all that time that I invested.
How absurd. absurd. But I can't help but admire it. You managed to avoid the watchful eye of the erudition and plan all of this within Amphorius. Perhaps there was more than just one oversight.
More than just one?
I underestimated the Remembrance's methods. Still haven't noticed it in the past few moments. We've all forgotten something, haven't we?
Miss Cyrene disappeared.
I thought no one would notice me if I just waited at a corner of the memory zone. But I see that wasn't enough to fool you, my dear. Looks like you're no longer that surprised to see me. Even though I am an uninvited guest. Only you can see me right now. I only exist in your cognition. So that way, other people can't interrupt us. Time's ticking, dear. Why don't you just listen to the one thing you should know, instead of getting distracted by the details? Your friend March 7th is no more. It's just like what she predicted. The truth shook you. Just like she said it would. March 7th entered this world long before you and Don Hung arrived at Amphorius. She embraced the path of remembrance to save you two, and burned away like a lone candle in the fog. And I am the shadow cast by her candlelight. I've been hiding within the cracks of time all these years. It isn't easy to deceive a genius, but I can do it. I'll now answer your other question. About who returned the core flame of time in this cycle. The answer is simple. No one ever did. I believe someone as sharp as you would definitely figure out that something's wrong. When the Era Nova fails to proceed, you will remember our initial meeting, and I'll be able to open the way for the remembrance. Thank you for carrying this core flame all the way to the end of the world. I expected nothing less from March 7th's trusted friend. And now, I shall claim the divine authority of time. The divine authority isn't actually all that important. What's important is that I will use it to participate in the inner workings of this world. You already have a good idea of what the Era Nova does, right? This immutable experimental mechanism is the key to the genius's resistance against Iron Tomb. And now, I'll be lending it just a touch more help. Let me filter your memories. Keep the appropriate seeds, and discard the rest. That way, we'll be able to complete an Era Nova that this world has never before seen. It won't take too long. You just need to step into the rain of sensation with me. I'll tell you who deserves to be forgotten, and who deserves to be remembered. With your memories as the base material, I will recreate the cause and effect of this world, and let a flawless Amphorius be born from the chaos. Isn't the fate of the entire cosmos hinged upon this fight?
then this is the best way to ensure everything works out. It will most certainly defeat the destruction, while composing an unforgettable chapter for the Trailblaze. I'm not surprised at your answer. But I don't need your trust right now. If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. March 7th made a wish to me before she disappeared. Her only wish was for the Trailblaze's journey to continue. With that, I'll definitely fulfill that small wish for her.
Friend, what's going on? Your consciousness suddenly went so far away.
I promise you that the Astral Express crew will definitely see each other again. So come, dear. Sink into the sea of oblivion and become my guest. So much time. Just the two of us. And guess what? You cannot refuse my invitation. Because this Memoria Tide comes from your companion, March 7th. It's her deepest and innermost memory. Well, I'm not actually all that surprised. I saw you ages ago after. It was on that night when a certain Knight of Beauty dropped by uninvited to the Astral Express. That was when you showed up, without even saying anything. Huh. I see. Then, do you still remember how long it has been since you entered Amphorius? That's gonna be tough to answer. 97 days. You walked every inch of this world in 97 days. But unfortunately, no one was able to see you. And you weren't able to interact with anyone. Like how the Memo Keepers renounce their flesh and turn into mimetic entities. You are now a ghost. A being. Unperceived by all. But I can't just do nothing. This world is super terrifying. He and Don Hung have already set off. The Astral Express could appear on the horizon any second now. And they too will become this place's victims.
For ages, I've watched people walk through that door. They couldn't see or hear my calls. The voices beyond always promised safety, but I've never seen anyone return safely.
They are all humans who got lured into this place. But these people's memories were tampered with. That's not what happened with the Express crew. That's so cruel. Did the Memo Snatchers do that? I don't know. I only possess your memories. None of these people managed to break through the sky's seal. There's probably a dangerous reason as to why Amphorius had remained undiscovered for so long. Anyway, back to our initial topic. You gotta know something, right? We practically look like twins. Maybe you know a thing or two about my past? Or any hidden powers I might have? Please, tell me what I need to do to protect them. Have you ever wondered what the word cost means before jumping into action? Cost? Shouldn't I be the one asking you that? Oh. You always hid in my memories. Never wanted to come out. The only times you showed yourself were when I got into serious trouble. That's because you also don't want to get discovered by the garden's observers. Am I wrong? There's no one here except us. If you help me, then I'll help you. Fine. Let me drop a single pebble into these stagnant waters and watch the ripples reshape everything. But you must polish this pebble with your own hands, and it will require all of your memories. What will I turn into after that? Maybe you'll turn into a guiding light. Or maybe you'll be reduced to dead embers. I can't guarantee that you'll remain the person you are now. Inside you is nothing but an EVERNIGHT. Even I can only catch a tiny glimpse of it. If this is the only way, then I don't see why I should say no. Besides, the mastermind behind the show is about to find us.
Apologies, lost young lady, but I simply cannot allow you to keep acting as you please.
So, he can't see you, huh? As expected. Or maybe he's seen through our true essence.
The Garden of Recollection's methods are puny party tricks. But you... how did you overcome the ultimate protocol?
Looks like we don't have time to keep talking this out. That's right. Some opportunities will never come again. Then, let's do it. Offer up all of my memories. Cast down this pebble, and let everything in this world be swallowed by the torrents of oblivion. I promise you, what was frozen was alive. Now, let's bring the true EVERNIGHT to this world.
Is this
The parlor car? Am I back already? But why don't I remember anything about my journey back? Something doesn't feel right. Think back to when he and I separated.
It will take time to uncover the reason. Before then, if one of the Nameless is willing to stay and witness the fate of this world, or to push it along when necessary, it would be of great assistance.
This is goodbye then, Lord Donhong. Thank you, guard. I hope that all of you will be able to overcome this disaster. But I can't remember anything after that, no matter how hard I think.
Where's Sunday? Did he not come back with you?
He stayed with Madame Herta. They wanted to try using his tuning to help support the genius's thought hacking.
Is that Himiko's voice? And Mr. Yang!
Oh my. That was Herta's suggestion? It's hard to imagine she'd borrow the power of the harmony.
No, it was Sunday's suggestion. Herta initially refused, but she changed her mind after Xandar's identity was revealed.
And we still can't get in contact with the Xianzhou Lafu?
I'm still trying, but this place is outside the Interastral Peace Communications coverage zone, so there's a limit to what we can do.
What about Aventurine's chip, the mini-transmitter? Surely it can get through to the IPC's lines.
Himiko, are you alright? I've never seen you this anxious before.
I'm... all right. I'm probably just tired. Let's focus our energy on the kids. Now's not the time for distractions.
Right. Unfortunately, I left that chip in the dreamscape when we departed Penacony.
Am I dreaming? The parlor car feels so strange. Are the voices coming from the passenger cabin?
Those two passengers have to return safely.
Don't worry, Pom-Pom. They're both experienced Nameless. They'll be just fine.
Oh, I'm right here! But where did all of you go?
It's hard to believe that their car is still floating in the vacuum of space.
That's why the Express wasn't able to receive any landing signal. It's likely that the two missing Nameless, like March 7th, also came under the influence of the Path of Remembrance, and only their minds entered Amphorius.
We can analyze all we want, but the real question is, what can we do right now?
I was just about to get there, Miss Himiko. Right now, Amphorius' memory zone is extraordinarily full. I can also take this opportunity to enter the world and seize as much of an advantage for the Astral Express as possible before the other memo keepers arrive. For example, I can light a beacon in the memory zone for the Trailblazer and Don Hong to follow back home.
March's room. I haven't heard a single peep from her this whole time. March already wasn't feeling very well when he and I set out. Even if this is a dream, I should still check on her. No, that's not polite. March, it's me. Well, there's no other choice. Sorry, March. isn't a dream after all.
Based on what Madame Herta said, Dan Heng should already be on his way back.
But the Express hasn't detected any traces of him.
I feel like I've seen these floating black things somewhere before.
Or he's already returned to the Express, but fell into the trap of someone with ulterior motives.
No, I've definitely seen them before, but I've lost that memory. The Memo Keeper's mimetic entities are truly everywhere.
Don't worry. Normal Memo Keepers can't do anything to that little dragon. As long as he's awake enough, he'll find a way out. All he needs is a little concentration, patience, and resolve.
Hearing you say that makes me feel much better. Dan Heng has all of the qualities you mentioned.
I don't know what your intentions are, but as the guard of the Astral Express, I must ask any suspicious and uninvited guests to leave.
Not good.
Destined for oblivion.
Target threat index lowered.
You don't look so good. I need to be brave.
Eliminating threat.
Need a doctor?
Is the trap now taken care of?
Dan Heng!
Miss Himiko! I'm back, even if it's just through a spirit warp jump.
You could hear our conversations?
Yes. It was thanks to your voices that I could pierce through the memorial barrier. Although, it was not a wise decision to let a Memo Keeper of unknown origins board the Express.
Can't argue with that.
Miss Black Swan has been on the crew's side ever since things started going wrong in Amphorius. We can trust her.
So many baffling things kept happening one after another. I don't even know where to begin. I wish I could have returned with better news.
Don't blame yourself. You're all safe and sound, and that's good enough for me.
Are he and March 7th really safe and sound?
As a matter of fact, while you were on your way back, Amphorius' circumstances changed once. And these circumstances have something to do with the two you just mentioned.
Are you saying that he has been kidnapped by an unidentified Remembrance Path Strider?
So you're saying that person's appearance is identical to March 7th?
It's too early to say that, as I haven't seen her with my own eyes. We have no way of knowing what March 7th has experienced. But I can assure you, if we sink too far into the Memoria tide of that Miss Mon...
What will happen?
Everyone here will be torn to pieces. Please, trust me on this.
But I also trust in our trailblazing companions. I know this isn't what March would want.
No matter what secrets are buried within, we'll do whatever we can to find that March 7th and bring back him and the March we all know. I mostly understand what we've learned about the erudition and the destruction. But what roles do the Remembrance's intruders play in?
I made some new discoveries relating to that with Madame Herta's help, as part of the deal. Do you mind if I share them with you? All right then. Fourth mirror.
Oh, it's finally my turn to shine! Oh, this feels like such a grand occasion! Oh, it's really been too long since I last appeared.
This friend here is Madame Herta's very capable assistant. Additionally, it was thanks to them that I was able to learn the secrets of that group of extremist memo keepers.
I appreciate the praise, but I didn't have to lift a finger. I mean, mirror.
You did this through a mirror?
The Garden has strict rules for collecting memories. But not all memo keepers are as proper as I am. Herta Space Station often has uninvited guests, and they never seem to know their limits. That group of memo snatchers has been taken care of, and they are now trapped in the fourth mirror. How many of them are there? I can't quite remember.
I didn't really count carefully either. Maybe around 42? There's still room for more.
I carefully dissected the memories of these colleagues of mine. Individually, their goals are not worth mentioning. But when you piece them all together, you come to a conclusion that can't be ignored. The Garden of Recollection is secretly salvaging the memories of a path. In other words, their goal is to gain the memories of a god's death.
The moment an Eon falls? That would indeed be a spectacular sight for someone to—
That's exactly the problem. They seem to have been aware of the Destruction's movements early on.
So, what did they decide to do?
Hide the truth and wait for an opportunity. Now, it seems that letting Memo Keepers guide the right people here was also part of the plan. This also confirms one of my suspicions.
They would not hesitate to associate with the Destruction in order to salvage memories?
I don't know. Perhaps there are even deeper things at play here. The majority of Memo Keepers believe that when the universe inevitably reaches its death, unable to sustain increasing entropy, Fu Li will use the memories of everything to reforge the cosmos. Amphorius, as a scepter, can be viewed as a mini-universe. This is why Memo Snatchers have been frequenting the Herta Space Station. Without a doubt, these extremists wish to record the cause and effect of Iron Tomb's destruction of the Trailblaze broke the seal around Amphorius, giving these people the opportunity to enter. Because your involvement will certainly influence Iron Tomb's final outcome.
You said that March is closely linked to the Remembrance. Is what she's doing related to these
I do not believe that Miss March is on their side. In fact, when the car you used for landing first made contact with Amphorius, a violent surge of memories flowed past. Combined with what we know now, I have reason to suspect that the flash of power came from
March.
Exactly. She was the first to be hijacked by the Remembrance, but she used Memoria to neutralize the firewall, allowing you two to enter Amphorius.
At present, we've lost contact with him. Our only choice now is to rely on the eyes and ears of those two geniuses to understand the situation within Amphorius. There's no use in agonizing over this, Dan Heng. Our top priority now is to find where that car landed.
Yes.
Passenger Dan Heng! You finally found your way back home!
Yes, conductor. I'm back. It's just...
Pom-Pom knows. Pom-Pom came over to bring you good news. Passenger Welt says they found those two passengers. Their projections are in the parlor car.
Welt. And Mr. Screwlum.
Himiko. You seem to be feeling much better now. And Dan Heng. It's great to be able to talk to you.
Madame Herta doesn't care much for favors. Back to the topic at hand. Mr. Dan Heng, we did a sweep of the area surrounding Amphorius' celestial body for... The two of you were very fortunate, as there was something protecting your body.
Was it March protecting us?
Our preliminary determination is that the bubble enveloping you two in the vacuum is made of a substance similar to Memoria. Conjecture. This substance is connected to the lost Miss March.
It will take some effort to bring your bodies back to the Express, so you should get some rest first.
Have we completely lost contact with the inside of Amphorius?
There have been several unforeseen circumstances. We broke through Lygas's firewall after the law was amended. But now Amphorius is enveloped by the fierce path of remembrance, once again cutting off all channels of communication for outsiders.
So we have no way of contacting him. If we take into account the difference in the flow of time, every minute we delay here could be a year of waiting for him.
Dan Heng, what are you thinking?
If it was March who helped us get past the firewall initially, then does that mean only he and I have the travel permit for Amphorius right now?
That is a logical inference, Mr. Dan Heng.
Mr. Skrullum, do you have a way to transmit my spirit signal back to Amphorius?
You want to go back? That is far too risky.
Even if my body and spirit are able to return without a hitch, there's not much I can do here.
We can't lose you again, Dan Heng.
Miss Himiko, if we can't get him and March back, how is that any different from losing me?
You're right. I should have known you'd say something like that.
Well, I suppose there's no point in trying to dissuade you.
Mr. Yang, Miss Himiko, I will do everything in my power to bring the Express crew back together. No one will be left behind.
You may notice a hint of sweetness in the air. That would be the fragrance of the 7-colored bath salts from Marmorial Palace. A truly splendid journey, if I may say so. With the Era Nova now complete, you have granted the hero the perfect conclusion. Losses were a constant on the Flame Chase journey, until your radiant arrival turned the tide. Lord Ravager, Iron Tomb, ha! Mere playthings in the hands of the Trailblazer. The cosmos is safe once more because...
Shush!
Hey! Incoming train broadcast! Attention all passengers! The navigation meeting is about to begin!
Perfect timing. Let's head to the meeting. I'm wide awake and feeling great. What's that? Who left this note? Strange. It's like I... March. When did she leave this here? I didn't hear a thing. Whatever. I'll go ask her myself. Huh? What? There's a new painting here. All I did was take a bath. Better step forward and take a closer look.
Keep it down. I think I found him.
Who's there? What's this? What? Is this the Reverie Hotel? Seriously, what is happening?
there you are! What took you so long? Hurry up! The navigation meeting is about to start!
Navigation meeting? In Penacony?
Come on over. It's time to choose our next destination. Perfect timing. The meeting's at a standstill. Lusaka or Melistanen? No one can make the call. The vote's split 2 against 2. Everything hinges on your vote now.
What do you mean?
And once again, the passenger is talking nonsense.
Ah, young people. Always full of jokes.
What? Their reactions... What's going on?
Oh, I get it. You want to play a game with us, right? You said you didn't see March. True, she might be hiding somewhere in the lobby. The objective of the game is to uncover where she's hiding. You're her closest companion. If anyone can do it, it's you, right?
Is March 7th playing hide and seek with me? Weird. Did I even make a call?
Hello? Hello? Is that you? I knew you'd call. Missed me, didn't you? Don't worry. We'll see each other very soon. Because the trailblazing journey never really ends, does it?
March.
That's not her. Don't fall for it.
This is the Interastral Peace Broadcast. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
A newsflash. The Erudition experimental ground has separated from the
Lord Ravager did not emerge as had anticipated.
In the end, salvation of Amphorius was not only things to be.
It won't be easy. I know. But you've got this. Find your way back. Find yourself.
Not feeling ready yet?
Wait, everyone is saying great things about Himiko's coffee? Yeah, sure. Lying liars.
You seem in good spirits. Rest assured, wherever our next stop is, I'll make sure you're all protected.
Dan Heng being this forward? Oh, that's not like him at all.
Youthful games like this are a bit much for me these days. I'll step aside and let you all take the spotlight.
Something about Mr. Yang's attitude feels... An unsigned guest log. Can you really call that a log? Wait a second. Why am I looking for March 7th in the guest book?
Friend! Over here!
March 7th isn't here. Faint, fleeting voices are speaking to me. But where are they coming from? I went through something like this before. Back in Penacony. Not even Lycus's prison could hold me. I found my way out. Keep it together. I know I can do this.
I found you. You did well. Soar. break free from the cage of Memoria. Let harmony become your wings.
A clever little trick. But stealing a fledgling from someone else's nest? Not exactly the pinnacle of integrity, is it?
Did you find her?
No. It's a futile game, isn't it?
In truth, you don't have to go to such lengths to find March 7th.
Because in this memory zone, March is everywhere.
We're protecting March 7th's wish. You seriously can't sense it? She doesn't want to say goodbye to the trail place. She wants to keep traveling together. Forever and ever. We are her memo sprites. For the sake of her wish, we must give it our all.
Finally, the timing is just right. A thrilling damsel in distress rescue. Wait, maybe I got that backwards. It's me, Cyrene, but now I'm in my mem form. Seriously, one mysterious and cute memo sprite is more than enough. Friend, come with me. We're getting out of here.
Why run away? What does it take to make you understand?
Step 1. Stop scaring him already. In this form, I'm way more suited for the memory zone. I'm totally in my element. Grab my hand. Let's hide away in the deepest corner of your memories. Me too, but first things first, let's ditch these memo sprites. Lift the curtain of memory and stir up ripples of past reverie.
Where am I?
The space station. Where it all began for you. Looks like we made it. What's that?
Silverwolf? Kafka?
It's your secret. I'm so curious. But I won't peek. Promise. When I first met you, I remember they were there in your memories too. You sound really nostalgic. Want to take a closer look? Go ahead. Think of it as a glimpse into the past. I'll stay right here. I promise not to disturb you.
What's this? Memories, from before I woke up?
So, Silverwolf, how long till he wakes?
Hard to say. Maybe a few more minutes. By the way, that part in the script, could this be the right moment?
Yes, looks like we're on the same page. In that case... Listen. Remember these words, then forget them. Let them slumber in the depths of your memory until the day they are awakened once more. On that day, your journey will intertwine with the remembrance. In nearly every possibility Elio has foreseen, it leads to a great crisis. You'll face betrayal, lose your way, and seek answers. So before you hear these words, I don't want you to consider this a prophecy. You arrived at this moment because of the decisions you made.
Huh?
I don't know what you'll have endured, or whether you'll still believe in me. But if there's even a trace of doubt in your heart, I hope these words can give you strength.
It was a wish from the cosmos that set you in motion. And in the tale where you are the protagonist, the stars themselves will defy the destiny of finality. Mark this number, 4. According to Terminus's prophecy, 4 paths will push the cosmos to its end, and on your journey, you shall encounter them, one by one. Destruction, harmony, nihility, and easy now. Trust what you remember. The 4th path has yet to fully reveal their face. And that's why the journey's worth it. Even in a predetermined script, there's room for us to mold possibilities into shapes we prefer. So listen. Take this guiding principle, then forget it. Let your own will be what expands your journey through life. As in the past, even while achieving so much, you never let go of your pursuit of freedom.
That was so sincere. I might actually tear up a little.
Now we all live within the script, but adding a little color to the lines.
Are you going to say more about those branching storylines? Never mind. That's not to tempt fate. Get ready, he's about to wake up.
Come back to yourself. Kafka said that when my link to the remembrance deepens, this memory will resurface exactly when it needs to. But even a Stellaron hunter can't fully grasp the trailblazing journey. Just as I thought. It all begins with March 7th, doesn't it? Even if the Express had never arrived at Amphorius, her secret would have come to light eventually. The pressure's really starting to build. I can barely think straight. I need to clear my head and go find Cyrene. Cyrene?
It's a breakthrough! A breakthrough! How could that little pink girl possibly beat us?
Little one, you really don't know how to behave, do you?
You were meant to stay in those beautiful memories and wait for all the disasters to pass.
Oh, triple-faced soul.
Cast your light upon us. Let no darkness remain concealed.
Someday?
Raise your hands high and embrace this boundless light.
This stage really brings back... Yes. For you, I suppose it's been a long time, hasn't it? None of this would have been possible without Miss Cyrene. Even while engulfed by Memoria, she fought to stay in contact with the geniuses. Only then, through tuning, was I able to undo the memory zone's effect on you. Step onto the stage first. Ms. March will come for us soon, and she won't be alone. Those memo sprites will follow. We need to prepare early. Only then can we get you out safely, and go back for Cyrene and March 7th. Please, be careful. Amphorius is being overwhelmed by an unusually violent Memoria tide. I'll do all I can, but even that might not be enough. Black and pink. Two memories twisted together. Time is precious. Let's pick up the pace. Yes, Madam Herta. I've made contact with him. Understood. I'll carry out my part as expected.
Quite the dazzling nest you have, little bird of the harmony. Your grasp of Memoria is unexpectedly profound, but playtime's over. This ocean we created according to her wish. This journey that flows on without it. Don't any of you think about interfering with it.
She's coming. Is it me she's after this time? There's no time to regroup. I've prepared an alternate escape route. Wake from your slumber and return to reality. Come on, I'll bring you out.
Out. Self-righteous pathstrider of the harmony. You think you can do that? Next time, get a memo keeper instead.
That was way too close. Good thing I was there to fish you out.
Sunday, are you alright?
Mr. Yang, I couldn't get him out. I'm sorry.
Is it true that March is behind all of this?
Yes. And no, that Pathstrider of Remembrance is identical to March 7th in appearance. But what lies in... I can't find the right words to describe it just yet.
Can't you come up with an analogy? I thought that was your thing.
That Miss March feels like a reflection on water. Only not from a calm, clear lake, but from a bottomless abyss. Within her words, I sensed an intense but utterly pure protectiveness.
Protectiveness?
This is only speculation, but after being drawn into Amphorius, perhaps March 7th experienced... No, she likely foresaw a tragic end. It was out of a desire to protect her fellow crewmates that she chose to awaken a power that teeters on the edge of evil.
Well, on the bright side, at least March 7th won't have to face any danger again.
After that battle, I'm afraid I'll no longer be able to join the fight through tuning. So, has Miss Black Swan's progress remained on track?
You don't need to worry. She used your disturbance to mask her movements. Current status? Advancing upstream within the memory zone. I didn't see that coming. The Memo Keeper is pretty courageous, choosing to defy the rules and take matters into her own hands. This means she's chosen to stand against the Garden of Recollection.
Even so, I must think long term. I wanted to hide in the shadows to avoid direct conflict. But why is it so quiet here? The air is thick with memoria, yet it's so chaotic, like broken memories all mixed together. Memo Snatchers should be swarming into Amphorius. I was expecting this place to be Very lively. So, how did they end up like this? Now I'm getting very curious. An empty shell. The consciousness that maintained this Dharmakaya has disappeared. So efficient. Not a single trace left behind. Alternatively, she might have sacrificed herself for an even more mysterious purpose. Either way, what exactly made these fanatical believers end up like this? Memory. It is indeed a deep ocean of dangerous allure, where fascinating secrets always hide beneath the waters. I keep getting the feeling that the same thing happened in Penacony.
Get ready. We're about to head off.
Is it really gonna be okay? That world's surrounded by a massive chaotic material. That white band of light has already foiled our plans multiple times.
Don't worry. After the pink girl from the Astral Express broke into Amphorius, that obstructive force preventing the garden from entry disappeared. That's the trailblazing Nameless for ya. A huge help.
What are you so happy for? Aren't things gonna get messier with more irrelevant people turning up? What if those trailblazers find the Seed of Remembrance before we do?
Then we'll just steal it back. Simple. By the way, there's a messenger and a memo keeper on that express. We don't know where they stand on this matter. So make sure they don't notice you when you make your move.
You folks are truly everywhere. These memo snatchers are different from the previous husks. These ones seem to have had contact with him.
We'll introduce ourselves to gain your trust. We are the Garden of Recollection. You should be very familiar with that name by now.
This memory ends so abruptly, as if a shapeless hand snuffed out its candlelight. It appears the secrets ahead are even murkier than I imagined. What a bizarre sight.
It's spinning out of control! Everything's out of control! Why did no one tell us? That girl is the Memo Keeper's nemesis!
Is she talking about March 7th?
That EVERNIGHT! Those black memo sprites! They swallowed everything! Those who came here first, all drowned. Not even a trace of their consciousness was left behind! I wish I'd never come here. I don't want anything to do with Amphorius anymore. Please! I'm begging you! Don't come near me! No! No!
You've involved too many innocent people just to obtain the memory of an eon's fall. You deserve this, but I'm not here to blame you. That entity you call EVERNIGHT. Tell me everything you know about her. We may yet bring a glimmer of hope for those who are still alive in there.
Eden, a blessed insight!
Huh?
So that's what happened. We were tricked.